Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive, and I'm Meghna Dekha. Well, today we are going to discuss how it's not the LOC, but social media which has become the biggest battleground for India versus Pakistan. Well, Pakistan's strategic silence has turned into a loud meme fest. You can see some of these memes right behind me, and the internet just can't stop laughing. With reports of General Munir reportedly ghosting the front lines and flying straight off to London, social media has exploded with one question. Did Munir mistake the battlefield for Heathrow Airport? Yes, that's right. That's just one of the many memes that we are going to be telling you about. Well, this actually highlights just how even Pakistani citizens, frustrated by their leadership and their military's antics, are now marking their own state on social media. From memes about fleeing generals to failed strategies, the trolling reflects the internal disillusionment, not just India's criticism. In fact, let's tell you what really has been cooking on social media. In fact, when Pakistan's ministers make absurd or exaggerated statements like threatening international consequences or making wild analogies, the internet doesn't spare them. Let's listen in, however, first to the soundbite. What exactly is it that they had said? And then we will show you how their own janta, how Pakistanis themselves are ripping across all the Pakistani generals. He is Ataullah Tarar. He is Pakistan's minister who's come out and said that there is credible intelligence that India is going to carry out military action against Pakistan in the next 24 to 36 hours. Well, just FYI, it's already over 36 hours, but nonetheless, let's tell you how the memes sarcastically have been ripping into these claims of Ataullah Tarar, often turning them into a viral joke or remix videos exposing how out of touch the ministers really are. In fact, let's tell you about the memes which are coming in, which are, in this case, this is the one, first one of Imran Khan saying, "Aapne ghabrana nahi hai." This is when this man says that India is going to attack us, screaming from the rooftops in a 3 a.m. press conference. You have an Imran Khan popping up in the meme fest saying, "Aapne ghabrana nahi hai." Well, there you have it. Let's listen in to another Pakistani minister, and then we are going to show you the memes around that. In fact, the India has been hinting at suspending the Indus water treaty. In fact, Pakistan has gone into a panic mode right after that. Well, netizens have used this moment to create several memes around what they are calling the Jalbandi, which is drying up. There's also leaky taps and Crimea River jokes, portraying Pakistan as desperate and clueless in the face of water politics. Let's tell you how. For example, you have this one, which says, "Pani kholo," in a man, which is, of course, a screenshot of Akshay Kumar movie where he's having a bath. In the middle of it, there is no water. He's filled with suds, and it says, "Mujhe pani do." Pani kholo is this meme. There are several others that are coming in, like India pani do aankh. Oh, well, that went off fast. But, well, these are some of the ones which are coming in. For Pakistan itself, Pani Kholo is just one of them. But that's not all. Well, tensions have been flaring between Baloch and Pakistani army after the government diverted water from Sindh to Pakistan, Pakistani Punjab, which is, through 6 newly built canals. Outraged over the move, locals there in Baloch in Sindh, they've been calling for a dharna, which will be continuing till the government issues a formal notification cancelling the project. So when Pakistani army posted a dramatic video, they put out this video, which we are going to show for you. They posted a dramatic video. There you have it on your screens. One of the videos which has been put out by a Pakistani army. It was a patriotic video, a song, video, and escalating tension. Social media users clapped back with sarcasm. In fact, they mocked the army for choosing music over military action, turning it into a joke about how songs and PR stunts can't replace real strategy for Pakistan. In fact, these are just some of them. ISPR has released a new song, "Long Live Pakistan Forever," is what has been coming out. On the other hand, you have these trolls who are saying, "Fauj na hui, koi musical band hua, new song release kar diya." These are Pakistanis themselves. There's another one saying, "TJ ISPR's response to India." and that is the song that they have retweeted on their social media platform. You also have another one saying, "Ajeeb mulk hai, jang ki baat hoti hai, to citizens meme banana shuru karte hain aur army gaane." That the minute there is any talk of a war which happens, the citizens start making memes, the army starts making songs. This is just some of the tweets and trolls and memes that we are putting out. On the other hand, when Pakistanis are enjoying a meme fest, Pakistan's digital dirty tricks are out in the open. From hacking attempts on Indian websites to trying to deface official page, Pakistan-backed actors are leaving no stone unturned to disrupt India's cyberspace, where there have been coordinated attempts to steal personal information, to cripple online services and plant disinformation. It's a digital war. Low cost, high risk, and India's cyber agencies are on alert. Nothing is going to dodge them. So let's go across to our panelists. Today, joining us on the show, we have Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, a defense expert. Also joining us is Faraz Saeed, a Pakistani journalist. Faraz Saeed, today you are in an unenviable spot, if I can say, as Pakistani handles themselves are saying, "Jab youth ki baat hoti hai," you have Pakistani people making memes and the Pakistani Fauj making songs.
No, basically, I won't take these social media trolls, social media memes as seriously, because those are memes, right? And there's no point in discussing those memes on national television. I mean, of course, Pakistanis have...
In that case, I agree with you. Let's dismiss the memes. Would you rather discuss what's happening in Sindh, what's happening in Balochistan? We can show you visuals of that. I'm sure you've been seeing the visuals. You're a journalist yourself.
Why would I discuss my internal political problems, internal social problems on Indian news channel? I would rather discuss what's happening in Pahalgam, or what's the problems between...
Because it's more convenient to talk about India instead of talking about what's happening in your own backyard.
I mean, if you've invited me to discuss Pahalgam or what's happening in between the two countries, that's okay. But why would I bicker about the problems in my country? I mean, your people would discuss problems in your country. My people would discuss problems in my country. On our
the only reason we are having this conversation, unfortunately, for us, Saeed, is because your people, and I wouldn't say your people, I think it's unfair to all the people in Pakistan that they have to suffer through this military dispensation, this despotic government. They have to suffer on one hand, and we can see the visuals of how they are suffering on our screens. We have Balochistan visuals coming in. We also have the inhumanity which has been unleashed in Sindh. You can also, if you want, talk about Pakistan's own human rights report which has come out, as you are well aware of. I will not blame the people of Pakistan. I would say they are victims of Pakistan, as is India. Would you agree, Faraz?
I mean, if you'd had an Indian National Congress representative on this panel, we'd rather ask him how problematic Indian government is for the people of India. I mean,
I'll do you even better. I have Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, a decorated general of the Indian Army. Maybe you can speak to him. You don't want to speak to him.
Defense.
Why? Why does the Pakistani dispensation not want to speak to the army? Why doesn't the army want to come and fight the Indian army at the border? Why target tourists who are out there on a vacation? Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, this is the problem, isn't it? Pakistan too scared to fight the braves. They don't want to talk to you. They want to talk to other people instead.
They really think, particularly the Pakistan army thinks, that terrorism is the only weapon they've got, and which is what President Ziaul Haq started, trying to bleed India by 1,000 cuts. That's not the problem. The problem is that Pakistan started encouraging terrorism, and they themselves have been saying time and time again that 90,000 people have been killed in Pakistan by terrorists in their own country. They've got people having problems with Balochistan. Only a couple of days ago, the press reported that 54 militants, 54 terrorists have infiltrated into Pakistan from northern borders. And they are now very worried about insurgency and terrorism coming out from Afghanistan as also from Balochistan. So they're now trying, actually, whenever we raise this issue in an international forum to say Pakistan is a terrorist state, they first come out and say, we are the biggest sufferers ourselves and we are suffering from terrorism. Obviously, you will suffer. Many years ago, it was said that if you feed a snake in your own back garden, it will come and eat you one day. And that's exactly what is happening. And now terrorism is completely out of control. It is completely controlled by the ISI. The civilian government has no role to play in it. Unlike every other political dispensation, any other democracy in the world, the political leadership decides what is to be done. In Pakistan, the army decides what is to be done. And the army chief in the current situation felt that this is an ideal time to now create a problem in India by killing innocent Hindus. So far, they were killing people who were unknown, whose religions were not known, and they were killing all around various terrorist incidents and all of that. But this time, specifically, the army chief felt that if I carried out a terrorist incident where religion becomes the issue, where we say if you can't read the Quran, then you are not Muslim and therefore you will be killed. So hoping that this will have a backlash in India, but India is not a country like that. When a serious problem occurs like this, the whole nation gets together. And today in the last, how many days? 22nd this happened. Today is the 1st of May. And today, and you yourself started the show by saying, they've been saying India is going to attack in the next 24 hours or 36 hours. How many times 24 or 36 has gone past? So they are absolutely in panic. They're trying to do psychological operations which are not going to work with a mature country like India. We have very strong intelligence setups. We have very strong issues with the political parties. And we have very strong military. So we can listen to all of these things and take action because we don't worry about this kind of psychological operation.
Action which is going to be based on strategy when it comes to India. But here's the problem. Farah Saeed, I'm going to take off from where General Prasad was saying. Where is your army chief? Because people in Pakistan themselves are asking, where is General Asif Munir? Because he's not been seen for about 5 days now. We know where our army chief is. We know who our CDS is. He's not a last-minute appointee. They have been in one security huddle, one CCS after the other. We've had several. If you want, we have an entire list of all the meetings and where every moment our army chiefs are, our Navy chief is, our Air Force chief is, our CDS is, where the Prime Minister is. We all know about it. But Farah Saeed, I'm asking you one question that a lot of people in Pakistan have been asking. Where is your army chief?
I mean, why would you want to know where our army chief is? But of course, if you inquired where
but
the army
Faraz,
chief
is it true that he's fled the front lines?
Is
it convenient that he leaves his country, abandons his country, sends these young boys to the border to fight the Indian army when he himself may have fled along with his family, as per some of the reports coming in again from your own country, that he's fled to London? Is it fair? A general who's abandoned, who's ghosted the front lines?
I mean, our generals stay in our country. Our general is in GHQ. In fact, your general is arrested. That's the news flow going on. That the Northern Commander General is arrested.
Farah Saeed, come on. You're a Pakistani journalist, and I would like to say, journalist to journalist, let's talk about facts. I know it's not easy for you to talk about facts, but these are the facts. Let's not forget the Human Rights Commission itself has talked about how journalists are being shackled in Pakistan. Is it not true that there have been 162 attacks on journalists, that there have been 6 journalists who have been killed? This is your own Pakistan Human Rights Report, Farah Saeed. Are you scared today to speak up against your dispensation? Is that why you are attacking India and Indian Army?
I mean, why would I be scared to talk about
I read out the stats.
In my own country when it's India versus Pakistan? I mean, all the journalists right now are actually talking about how Pakistan should be the one winning out of this chaos. Why would I even be scared of talking about anything? Secondly, as far as you refer to how journalists are being targeted in Pakistan, I mean, again, journalists are doing the tough job. How about I put up a fact that, you know, stand-up comedians in India are being arrested by the Modi government every now and then. I mean, at least journalists do the hard work.
There is something called courts. I understand you're from Pakistan. You may not be aware of it. There's something called courts, a very robust judiciary which is there. If there is any kind of a complaint, it's easy for you, I understand, to deflect attention. I asked you about journalists targeted. You don't want to speak about it. I asked you, where is your army chief? You don't want to speak about it. I asked you about Balochistan and Sindh. You say that's internal.
I mean, the army chief is in GHQ. Do you want him to come online and talk about India versus Pakistan relations on your channel? I mean, none of the army chiefs are going to do that. They're in GHQ. They're planning war. They're planning defense. Of course, that's their job is. That's what they're doing. They're not going to come on national television and discuss war strategies.
Well, actually, there is enough damage which has been done on social media for Pakistan. But Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, the way that the army chief of Pakistan has acted, one of the top trends of social media has been Munir out. And this is not pushed by India. This is from Pakistan itself. You're, of course, free to go and check that. Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, what is expected from an army chief at a time like this?
Yeah, I will tell you. You see, the problem is very simple and straightforward. The government of India has clearly identified the targets in Pakistan. The Prime Minister of India does not want to kill innocent people in Pakistan. He has identified the targets. What are the targets? The targets are those militants who are sitting on the line of control wanting to get inside India. They have been taken care of already. In the last 5-6 days, when the Pakistan army has been continuously keeping the line of control active, those militants who were getting ready in the launch pads to come into India have been taken away. That's target number 1, already eliminated. Target number 2 is Rawalakot, Munir and all of these places. And those are the headquarters where LET and Jaish-e-Mohammed are. Your channel and many channels and media has continuously reported that the leaders of LET, the leaders of Jaish-e-Mohammed have been taken away from their present locations to some hideouts so that they know that this is a target number 3. What is the target number 4? The target number 4 is the headquarters of the ISI, because that's the place from where all the terrorism brain comes from. All the support, all the material, all the money, all the weapons come from there. The training is imparted through the ISI. So the next is the target number ISI. And the last target, which is the most important target, is the Chief of the Army Staff, who talks about this India-Pakistan difference, the Hindu-Muslim difference, gets Hindus killed. So he is the most important target. And you know the background of the Chief of the Pakistan Army. I don't want to waste time on giving you that. So once the targets are known, target number of LET headquarters, Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters have already been shifted. Obviously, the Pakistan ISI must be also trying to run about somewhere, and the army chief must be also trying to go to some place where he is not known. Unlike you yourself said, our army chief is not going to go on the television to speak about what he's doing or what he's not doing. The army chief of India, the naval and the air force chief, the prime minister, the home minister, the defense minister, all of these people who run our country are visible on television day in and day out, not by addressing the people, by various meetings and various conferences they're attending with the media reports. Unlike Pakistan, there is one gentleman who keeps saying 24, 36 hours, 24, 36 hours. Yeah. So the
visibility is important. They were visible in Pahalgam as well. Because that's the difference between India and Pakistan. Pakistan is busy shielding Hafiz Saeed, giving him VVIP security so that he can hide. On the other hand, at Atari border, Pakistan does not want to take its own citizens back who are being deported by India. That's the difference. Thank you so much, Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, for joining us. Faraz Saeed, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. I understand it's not an easy thing for you to come out here and defend Pakistan, but I do appreciate that you have taken your time out. Without a short break, don't go anywhere.